You listen to the Dan and Kody podcast, episode 26. 14 to go before I'm done.
This is the Dan and Kody podcast.
Toy boat.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
This is the Dan and Kody podcast.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Saddle up, partner.
So I guess I just want to clarify something real quick. We've had a conversation about it already. We don't have to dive too much into it. But you like Batman vs. Superman.
I did. I was surprised. But, I mean, prefaced with, I went in there expecting just a live bat and a stick figure just kind of fighting. So if you go in there expecting that, anything is going to be
Did you not watch
better.
the trailer?
I watched,
how can you walk into that movie and expect that?
I watched one of the trailers. And then, but I mean, I was happily surprised. Jenny fell asleep. But like you said, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, not a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I mean, from a popcorn movie, it's a popcorn movie.
Yeah.
And they actually, in my opinion, I think they did a lot of stuff that I think comic book fans appreciate. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, I was surprised how much it wasn't a movie designed for everybody.
Yeah.
They tried to, but it really wasn't.
And I think, people expect so much out of superhero movies now that it's impossible to please them.
Yeah. And Marvel's done such a great job with their stuff. Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, they do good stuff
They
with
do
all
great.
this stuff. They're geniuses.
But you do not, you don't have to, a movie doesn't have to change your life to be a good movie. You can just go to a movie and enjoy it, and then that's the end of it. You put it away.
That's
That's
true.
it. Yeah. I mean, there's only a few movies that have changed my life over the years. That one being Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. I'd put Inception in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Inception?
Life of Pi. Those are fantastic films in my eyes that they change you a little bit. But not every movie has to do that to be considered
No,
good.
it doesn't. To be entertaining and enjoyable, no, it doesn't at all.
Yeah. But it's good. And
I'm just glad that you were, you're not being contradictory to be contradictory.
Oh, no. I was totally, check me from the last podcast. I was ready for this thing to fucking shit the bed. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I think critics have attacked it just to attack it.
Yeah.
At this point.
That's all they want.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was talking to Jenny about this, there's no money in writing a good review. No one reads the good ones. People read the scathing, evil, rotten reviews.
Yeah.
And then that person gets notoriety, and then his tweet gets shared because he's like, Ben Affleck should jump off a fucking bridge. He's the worst Batman ever. I could have shit out a Batman, and he would have been much better.
And I want to let Ben Affleck know if you're listening, because I know you listen to this podcast every week.
We love you.
We thought you as Batman, it's the best thing you've done ever.
Ever? I mean, the town was pretty great.
I'm kidding. You know I loved you in Good Will Hunting, my favorite movie of all time. Thanks, Ben.
Ben Affleck, when you listen to this, you're a good man.
Yeah.
And I thank you for your service. And he got fucking jacked for that.
Oh, dude, he looked amazing.
He looked
I have
great.
never seen anybody, and I want this to be written down and quoted. I've never seen anybody beat up a rubber tire that good.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, he was mad, he was angry, he had sweat, and he just looked frustrated.
He looked frustrated
as hell.
and brawny. I think it was a better Batman and Bruce. All right, Batman and Bruce Wayne combos. Who's the best?
Oh, it goes. Actually, I'm going to go from 3 to 1.
As a package.
3 to 1. Best combos. You ready? Mm-hmm. Number 3, Christian Bale.
Okay.
Number 2, Michael Keaton.
Okay.
And number 1, Ben Affleck.
Affleck. No. He's your favorite
Hands down.
Jenny, I see you rumbling back there.
What are you going to say, Jenny? Val Kilmer? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Clooney
was the worst.
Dude, we're talking combo. So, not only do you have to be a good Batman, you have to be a good Bruce Wayne, which is tough to do.
It is.
Kilmer was a good Batman.
Yes.
I don't think he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Kilmer was a good Batman for that kind of Batman.
Yeah. And then I think Keaton was a better Wayne. Not as good at Batman.
Best Bruce Wayne, hands down, Adam West.
Adam West. Okay. But let's go. Let's keep it movies.
Yeah, but movies, Ben Affleck, he nailed it both times. Like,
I think he's up there.
I wanted to see so much Batman, and I love Superman. Love Superman. I want to see a lot of Superman. Show me some Superman.
I want more Batman.
But I wanted a lot of Batman.
I think they're going to do a standalone. I think Affleck's going to direct a standalone Batman.
I hope he does.
Because I'm into it. I want to see him hit way more tires.
Dude, he's going to.
I want to be the tire that he hits.
Good year.
I don't know what that means, but I just want to be it. Mm-hmm. There's a thing where dudes with pregnant wives like get pregnant symptoms, right? Like psychologically.
What's the pregnant symptom? Like you have like intense bowel movements?
Like there's like remorse, like psychologically.
So you're telling me that you empathize with your wife, or you tend to be more emotionally unstable?
But maybe it's like her back hurts, your back starts to hurt. You know, her belly gets bigger, your belly gets bigger.
Yes,
like
these are true symptoms.
Yeah, but and then you feel it, like she's tired, so you're tired.
I think when you live with somebody and you spend a lot of time with somebody, a lot of who they become is who you become, and then you morph into where you're pretty much one being, and then you're known as the Hills.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting tired, and I'm getting cravings. I'm getting weird cravings.
Like what?
The other day, I had a weird craving for ramen noodles.
It's a terrible craving.
I think I've only
it's disgusting.
I think I've only eaten ramen noodles out of like necessity in college, but
what do you mean? Like
because I was
you
broke.
basically just said to me that you had a craving to eat garbage.
Yeah, I can't explain it, Kody. That's what I'm
Jenny
talking about.
comes downstairs. There's your head in the garbage can, and you're like a savage. You're like one of those boys that was raised by wolves, and you were like like in your underwear.
Get me ramen noodles.
I need more ramen.
But like I mean,
are they cooked or are they dry?
They're cooked.
Okay,
they're cooked. But in college, like I didn't mind them.
No, of course not. When you're in college, you don't know any better. What do you have? Taste, please.
Yeah, and it was specifically the shrimp flavored. The shrimp flavor ramen.
What?
You guys don't fuck with those?
No, chicken all the way.
I did. You like the shrimps?
You play with chicken. You dip into beef every now and again, but most cases you keep it in the chicken fam.
There's some meme that's like, if you're a badass, here's how you eat ramen noodles. You eat the noodles raw.
Yes.
And then you drink boiling hot water, and then you snort the flavor packet.
Those
I would fucking die.
Those people are complete idiots.
If anyone does that, please video it and send it to us.
Yeah. Trust me, if you put that on YouTube, you're going to be famous.
Yeah.
If that's what you're wanting to be, you got it.
Not that I'm condoning the behavior. I just want to see some people snort some ramen noodle flavor packets. And drink boiling hot water.
Jesus, that's terrible.
Fucking hurt. And then I had another craving for Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles today.
That's a craving worth having.
Oh, I need it. I need it in my life.
Well, you're pretty far away from one, right?
Yes. Yeah. We'd have to. Closest one I think is Hollywood.
We should do that. We should go sometime.
I'm
totally down for that.
Let's get some SCOs.
Yes.
And then let's go to
SCO-town.
And then let's go to No Vacancy. See some
burlesque dancers.
See some burlesquers.
Okay.
They had the nipple pasties with the spinners.
Oh, wow.
It was interesting.
Sounds like it.
It was very interesting. And
sounds like you're having some pretty intense cravings.
Yeah. For chicken and waffles.
That's right.
And ramen noodles. We went to this bar, No Vacancy, and this woman, she was like chain smoking outside.
Ugh, yeah.
Chain smoking. And I will say I am 4 months, no cigarettes, no vapor.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
4 months, really?
4 whole months. Yeah. So and we don't go out much anymore. So this was like one of the first times I've been out and about at a bar where like everybody is smoking.
You got to say no.
Yeah, but I didn't even like. No, I got no trigger of like, I want a cigarette, because I usually get that if I'm drinking, but it was just like, ugh, get this shit out of my face.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it was just
terrible.
like, this is disgusting.
I'm not a fan.
So I think my senses are back. I've kind of stopped it took months to stop the coughing.
Really, you had a pretty intense cough.
Yeah,
Dude, it
was
tells
just
you, man,
phlegm
right
and
there,
shit.
buddy.
But this chick was smoking near Jenny. And not too, like, we were sitting on this bench. She was kind of off to the side, like, chain smoking. She just, one after another, literally. One was done, another one. And then she, like, taps me. She's like, would you mind if I sit here? And I was like, my wife's kind of pregnant and you're smoking. So I was like, I just don't want her to inhale the smoke that quick. She's like, oh, okay, I understand. And then she went on her way. But
Well, that's nice that she understood.
that was my first, like, get away from Jenny!
Yeah, exactly. Your first, like, I'm the man here. Ma'am, it's
Yeah.
time to leave. You would have done what I did. My wife's kind of pregnant.
She's kinda.
I mean, it's not like full form. We could still have an abortion and all. But
She's ish. She's pregnant-ish.
But then she came back and she was like,
Yeah.
you have a great husband.
Yeah, she came back and she was like, you got a good man here.
wow,
And I
that's
was
really
like,
nice. Look at you getting
"Thank you."
compliments from the chain smokes.
But then I felt bad, and I was like, I didn't mean to be a dick there. You're smoking cigarettes, and she's got a baby. I know we're on her turf though, because we're at a bar. It's late at night and we're outdoors. People are gonna smoke,
It's true.
but still, it's an odd game of courtesies.
Well, it's nice that, you were able to, you kind of made a friend and somebody that really respects you now.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Dude, lots going on.
What else?
Right.
What you working with?
The other
over there?
night, Madeline's watching Downton Abbey, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm not watching. I'm not participating in this garbage.
Downton Abbey.
So I pick up a magazine and I'm reading about schizophrenia. Mm-hmm. And this is crazy. So
Shit's crazy.
schizophrenia, you get like psychosis and paranoia, and you get multiple personalities sometimes. It's all kinds of crazy shit that happens in the brain. And they've never been able to like really figure out what it's linked to or why it happens. And in 2010, something like
It's
that.
trauma.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not.
It's like young trauma.
They found out it's genetic, first of all.
Oh yeah, that shit's passed
It's
down.
genetic. It's passed down, and it's not trauma that causes it. It's actually an immune. It's an immune system problem.
What?
Yeah, right.
No.
So what's happened is in your brain when you're born and you're young, your brain has all these synapses in your head, right? Mm-hmm. So you have all these synapses that are connecting, and what happens is as you get older, your body has a protein that goes in there and it trims them down so that it basically tightens up your thought. As you mature, it tightens it up. You have more pathways that you're using. You have much more defined motions and movements as to like the way you think, the way you process information, right? So it has something in there that basically a protein that goes in and eats this, right? Uh-huh. There's this I forgot what it's called, this mylogella or something like this. So this guy is writing this article about how they've found out that there's this protein that correlates to people that have schizophrenia. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, well, why is this happening? And they've determined that there's a specific gene that these people end up having that causes basically this bacteria to actually, or not bacteria, but this protein or whatever it is, to go in and eat more than it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's the I'm fucking psycho gene.
So what it's doing is it's actually disconnecting all of your natural paths of like cognition, right? Because it affects your cognitive abilities and
then it adds a bunch of friends that aren't really there.
Well, and that's like, it's strange because it's kind of like if you think to yourself, now if I say I'm going to go start my car, right? You go, okay, well when you're a kid, you believed in ghosts. You're like, oh, I'm going to go start my car, but there could be ghosts outside.
Right.
right? Or you're not going to start your car as a kid. That's a poor example, but you know what I mean.
I'm going to go get my ball out of the garage.
I'm going to go get my ball out of the garage. Now you'd be like, I got to go get the ball out of the garage on the shelf. You're a little kid. I got to go get the ball out of the garage, but I'm afraid because there's a ghost. Like your mind is then connected to some of those pieces that they weren't trimmed away, or they were trimmed to the point where it's like you can still go to those spaces.
So are you saying that schizophrenia is just a badass imagination?
Yep.
So like your imagination is so heightened that you believe there's ghosts.
There's a lot of like different degrees of schizophrenia, but but basically it's determined. It's been determined that it is an immune problem.
Like
a genetic
their brain
breakdown.
Can't eat up. Their brain can't fight against this other thing eating
Or
up.
their brain is actually taking more than it, or this thing is going in and basically eating more than it should.
Shit's crazy,
It's
man.
a really, really crazy article.
You know, Mama Hill's a psychologist, right?
Your Mama Hill, you should talk to Mama Hill about this.
Oh, I've talked to her about some nutballs.
Ask her what she thinks about this.
Okay.
Because I'd be interested to hear what her thoughts are.
I mean,
and have her read her. It's in the New Yorker. It's by this guy by the name of what's his name? I got it right here. It's like an Indian name, Siddhartha Mukherjee, and he actually he has schizophrenia in his family. Mm-hmm. His dad had he had a sister and then two brothers, and his two brothers ended up with it. One of them ended up dying, and then the other one disappeared.
Damn. Well, he's probably dead.
He's probably dead now too. But he said it's crazy because it's completely genetically linked, and it's because that they have more of this one protein or this gene code in their genetic makeup that causes them to be schizophrenic.
I just put it like, dude, if both your parents are fucking nuts, then chances are you're gonna be nuts too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But that's kind of which brings me to my next topic: genetics, being born. William Shatner is being sued for $190 million.
What?
For paternity of a 59-year-old man who claims that William Shatner is his dad.
Get out of here!
And he is suing his father or his supposed father. Here's how it breaks down. $30 million in compensatory damages, $90 million in punitive damages, and $50 million in pain and suffering.
He's 59?
He's 59. He's a radio host or a DJ.
Well, why don't
an old radio DJ who claims that his father, $170 million.
Guys, Ben Shatner on The Flash.
Basically, his name
97,
his
22.
name is Peter Shatner.
His name's Peter Shatner?
Yeah.
By birth?
Yeah.
Or did he change it to Shatner?
No, I don't know if he changed it. Apparently, William Shatner was he was playing around with this woman in Toronto while he was working there. And they were working together. And she ended up having a baby, and she ended up giving it up for adoption.
Ooh. I don't believe it.
Well,
Why wait? Why wait this long?
I mean, would you, why do you mean? Why would you sue so late?
Yeah.
Because I guess
59.
William Shatner did some stuff that he accuses Shatner of getting Twitter to shut down his account and having his IMDb Pro remove a page about a project he was working on, which Sloan alleges hurt his business opportunities.
Dude, they should go on Maury.
Peter Sloan, a.k.a. Peter Shatner.
Peter Sloan.
Yeah.
That would be an excellent Maury.
Yep.
Could you imagine Bill Shatner on
Your
Maury?
dad is...
You are the father. I am the father.
What are we going to do? We can't take your blood with us.
Look at his eyes. I am 1,000% sure, Maury. This week's game, you have to listen to Jenny from JC Roomblocks explain it. Yay!
Yay! Jenny from JC Roomblocks.
Okay, so we just celebrated Easter, right?
Yeah, bunnies and rabbits.
Yeah. So,
Jesus came back from a cave
and ate a rabbit.
He did, a golden rabbit.
So, I have compiled some traditions of Easter from around the world.
Okay.
And it's a true or false kind of a thing. So, A couple of these I have made up. A couple are 100% true.
Perfect.
So I'm going to read them to you guys, and then you're going to say you each get a vote as to whether or not it's true or false.
Not too big.
Okay.
And then whoever gets the most right is the winner.
Oh, that's easy. Cool. Let me
So,
just.
it's a true or false. Which one's real?
All right,
What's-
that's fine.
Okay.
Real, not real.
Yeah.
Real or not real, and you both vote on each fact.
Oh, perfect.
Real or not real? All right,
Easter
let's do it.
traditions around the world. Okay, so number 1. In Czech Republic, it is customary for the young men to get a special Easter whip and hit the women they like the most in exchange for getting whipped. The women will give the man that whipped them a handful of money or a decorated egg as thanks for getting hit by them.
What?
Is that real or is that fake?
Real.
Cody's going real.
What are you going, bonehead?
I feel that there's too much detail for it to be fake. So I'm also saying real.
And you would both be correct.
Hey!
That is real.
I know my Easter trivia.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, number 2.
No one knows Easter like I know it.
Nobody.
Instead of dyeing eggs, children in British Columbia, Canada, dye spring onions with food coloring and display them on the walls of their homes. Although off-putting to some, the smell of spring onions in Canada is synonymous with Easter Sunday.
I just want to clarify something with this here. The reason that is because they actually they had a major shortage on chickens when everybody moved into the British Columbia area, so they had to determine what would be a better option. So they chose onions.
What?
Yeah.
So are you going with real?
Nope, not real.
You're going with fake or ruse?
It's fake.
What do you think?
You know, I was recently in our neighbor up north, and I just smelled no onions. So
You're basing yours off of.
That's it. And I was in Toronto.
So we both have not reals.
Not real.
You would both be correct.
Hey! Bingo.
Okay, so number 3.
This is so easy.
Oh my gosh. In Bermuda, people make colorful kites to symbolize the resurrection of Christ and fly them on Easter Sunday. The kites are judged and awards are given out to the most impressive.
You know what? I mean,
Should I go first?
yeah, you go first this time.
Can you repeat it?
Basically, they make kites and they make
In
them color.
Bermuda, they make
and they're
kites.
for Jesus.
I'm
They
sorry.
get judged. Somebody gets the best one. They win some eggs. Like, what do you want?
So they make a kite.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, all I know is Bermuda is the Bermuda Triangle, which looks like a kite. So I'm going true.
That's good reasoning.
That's what you're going with?
That's what I'm
I mean,
going
the
with.
reason I would say true is because that a kite has a cross on it. And it flies. I mean,
But
that's
that's
it.
not religious.
But
That's-
you know what? You
that's
know
all
what?
Structural.
This is the first one we're going to disagree on. I'm going to go not true.
Not true and true.
Dan's going true.
Dan's right.
Dan is correct. It is true.
Bermuda
I
Triangle.
was being contradictory on purpose.
Oh,
Kinda mixed
for
up.
flair.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 4.
I think my logic was actually right. I'm like, Bermuda Triangles, Jesus, I'm going to go with true.
Have you ever-
I'm going to go with true.
No, I'm saying the Holy Trinity Triangle. What's up?
You got me.
Right. Trinity.
Trinity.
All right.
All right, what do we got next?
Number
on.
4. In Norway, it is an Easter tradition to read or watch murder mysteries together as a family and figure out who the killer is together. This is so popular that most all of the television programming in Norway is dedicated to only showing murder mysteries on Easter Sunday. True or false?
Should I take this one?
Go first.
Well, Bernie Sanders, since he really loves Norway and Denmark, we all know that's a socialist country, and they don't even have TVs, so I'm going to go with fake. It's fake.
I'm going to go with real. I think it's real.
Well, Cody, you'd be correct. It is real.
Tying it
They
up, son.
Really
Tying
did
it up.
There.
God damn it, Bernie.
Okay, so 5.
You followed your Bernie instinct.
Why would you watch murder mysteries on Easter?
Why do people in Icelandic countries do anything? Or are they Nordic countries?
Nordic.
Okay, whatever.
5. In Denmark, Easter feels a little bit more like Halloween. Children are expected to dress up as witches and warlocks and go from door to door asking for candy. In exchange for their sweet treats, the children decorate willow branches to be given to the homeowners. True or false?
Where is it?
It's in Denmark.
Denmark.
Warlocks. I'm gonna go true.
He's going true.
I'm gonna
Why?
be that's a real thing
Why?
because branches. It's like a sign of peace. Okay, in the Danish, the Denmarkish, they believe in that kind of thing. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it.
I'm also going to go true. Why? Because it's customary in my church that on Palm Sunday they also had palms and pussy willows.
That is a terrible reason.
And there's
What are you saying?
no, guys, listen up. Hear me out. They laid them down. Because Jesus rode in.
Did he ride? What did he ride on a horse?
Jesus led in. Hey, I have the floor. Jesus led in the horse or whatever and put some lady on top of it and walked them in, and then they laid down pussy willows and palms on the ground so that they were safe.
Who is the lady?
I'm not sure.
Where do you go to church?
But, and this is true because there is willows in this thing, and I don't think Jenny would have been that clever to have made something up with a thing used on Palm Sunday. True.
All right.
Okay, well, despite that very odd reasoning, you both are correct. It is true.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 6. Instead of the Easter Bunny, Japanese children wait for Anagadori, or pretty chicken, to visit them on Easter Eve. Instead of leaving candy and eggs, Anagadori leaves the children school supplies and fancy stationery. True or false?
False.
I'm gonna go true. I'm gonna say that because Japanese people are very proper, and because school supplies and stationery says, "Hey, you go to college so that you don't get sacrificed like Jesus." True.
I'm going false because Jenny's best friend in
Real.
middle school's name was Anagadori.
Real.
Okay, that's not true. But you're right. I did make that one up. So
I knew that was
Kody,
a
There you go. Anagadori was somebody you knew.
but
though.
I did do some research, and Anagadori is a type of pretty chicken in Japanese.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Well done.
That sounded like such a made-up Jenny
I
name.
did a lot of research on that one though. So, okay, number 7. Children in Germany would prefer that the Easter Bunny not visit them. Instead of the bunny dropping off candies to children on the eve of Easter, the bunny will visit the homes of children who have been naughty and leave them bunny droppings in their shoes.
Bunny shit?
Very similar to bad children receiving coal for Christmas, the bunny droppings have become a gag gift, and many people eat the fake chocolate bunny poop at Easter in Germany. Is that real or is that fake?
Well, I am German, and I grew up in a very Germanic household.
You got bunny droppings in your
Did you
shoes?
eat a lot of bunny poop?
Yes.
Were you like, Mom, there's rabbit poop in my shoes again?
Yeah, I'm going to call BS on that.
You're calling BS?
I'm calling BS.
I'm going true because Germany has the anti-Santa with Krampus.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah,
I think they might
I
have
think
an
you're. I think you're right. I think you're right with that logic. I think you're right, Jenny.
I'm afraid he's wrong.
Oh, what?
It's fake! Cody, you
Looks like that
tied it up.
Germanic raising of a young man like myself.
We don't put the poop in the shoes, yeah. You silly Dan.
Okay, so
Put on your Lederhosen.
So we're tied, and we've
You're
gone
tied.
through
Seven.
7. Okay.
Okay, the Saturday before Easter in France is known as Silent Saturday because the churches do not ring their bells as a sign of remembrance to the passing of Jesus. The children are told that the reason that the bells do not ring are because they fly all the way to Rome to see the Pope. On the way back, the
That's just
bells
a
drop
lie.
candy and eggs for the children to enjoy the next day, Easter Sunday. Is it true or is it false?
You go
No,
first.
no, I went first last time.
No, you
Wait.
didn't.
Oh,
I
shit.
went first. Germanic. That was me.
All right. Can you repeat the question?
No, I'm not reading it again.
You gotta go.
Basically, French people tell kids that bells fly to
I
Rome.
blacked out at bells. I stopped listening at bells. I'm going true. Going true. Why? Because it is.
It is true. I'm going with true as well.
You guys are right. It is true. That is real. Okay.
Are we still tied?
You're still tied.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so number 9. In recent years, it has become customary that the people of Peru hike to the top of Machu Picchu and hang glide off of the top of the famous mountain. Although very dangerous, the Peruvians believe that risking their life is a tribute to Jesus for trading his life for their sins. Is that true or false?
It's all you.
It's
all you.
Scared.
Defer.
I'm calling BS.
You're calling BS?
I don't think that's real.
It's too eloquently written. I think Jenny made it up.
Yeah.
False.
It's not real.
That's not funny.
You're right.
It's like, we are willing to give our lives for
Yeah.
Christ on this Machu Picchu journey.
Machu Picchu.
That and after I think I read an article like 2 weeks ago how they're saying that Machu Picchu is in such a state of disrepair that they have to like shut people out of going up to there.
Really?
Oh.
There's a period of time where they're going to stop it so people can't go up there because it's too many people have like
Damn.
they're wearing
And
it
everyone
down.
knows Peru's not even a real place anyway. So
Yeah.
that, of course that was a lie.
Yeah, Peru's what I put on top of my spaghetti.
Yeah.
Next,
Okay, number 10.
Are we tied still?
Yes.
Holy
You need
shit.
to get-
It's down to the wire.
Okay.
it is.
The centerpiece of Easter dinner in Poland is known as the butter lamb. This is a lamb made entirely of butter to signify the start of spring. It is customary for the family to consume the entire butter lamb after dinner as a dessert. Is that true or is that false?
Bullshit.
You're calling bullshit?
Bullshit. We're gonna eat this butter lamb, Dan.
It's too crazy to be false. And because I went to an Eastern Orthodox church where a lot of Polish people go to, Russians, Romanians go to my church. On Easter Sunday, Pascha, they have these things. They're like butter and they look like lambs. I'm going true.
I'm going false.
Although it does seem like something I would concoct in my brain.
It's real.
It is real. It's real.
God.
Thank you,
That's the
Orthodox
Polish?
Church of
Is
St.
that the
Matthew.
Polish?
Yeah, that's
The Polish. I should have known. I should have phoned a friend.
Damn.
I got a couple good Polish friends.
Dan pulls ahead.
okay. Number
Lid.
11.
Andy Klimzak, I know you're out there listening, buddy. You're my Polish friend. I would have called you.
In the Philippines, devout Catholics will replicate Jesus' crucifixion to honor his suffering. Although the Catholic Church has tried to discourage this practice,
So they crucify
many
someone?
people still inflict pain and harm on themselves in an effort to wash their sins away. So they crucify themselves.
True.
You're going true.
I'm going, that's a real thing.
I mean, remember that dude in the Da Vinci Code?
Tom Hanks?
No. Paul Bettany. The, like, psycho monk.
Jarvis?
Yeah. He would, like, clamp that thing on his leg and whip himself.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a part of a sect. What is it, like a...
Espiritu Sancto. I think that means Holy Spirit.
I don't know. I don't speak Russian.
Let's see.
Go with one.
I'm up one,
Yeah.
and you said true.
I said that's real.
All right, I'll go false.
All right.
So
It is true. That does happen in the Philippines.
something.
Damn it! So we
So,
tied.
Cody, you're up.
No, we're
We got one last question,
We're
guys.
tied.
Yeah, no, he's up and he's tied.
Oh, I'm up. Oh, dude.
Cody's
This is the last one.
all the
This
marbles.
is it,
Okay.
buddy.
In Australia, it is customary for many of the major television networks to televise the birth of a baby lamb. This signifies the start of the new life of spring and is usually shown on or around Easter Sunday. The lamb enjoys much fame over the year, only to be raffled off to a family who will eat it for Christmas dinner.
Lamb is so good.
So we're gonna give you this lamb. You got to make sure you feed it for the next 10 months
After you
until
watched
Christmas.
No, what?
After you watched it be born on
No,
TV.
it's born and then it's raffled off at Christmas time to be consumed.
So is that then veal?
I don't
No,
know.
lamb's lamb.
Yeah, but what's veal?
Veal's a baby calf.
Baby calf. That's right.
Yeah.
Is there a baby lamb? It's
Lamb.
just lamb.
Yeah, straight up.
Lamb's always lamb.
They really clamped down on the cow.
So what are you gonna go with? You go first. I went first last time. Real or not
it's
real?
tough. It's
Real
tough.
or not
my,
real?
My wheels are turning.
Real or not real?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine them putting this on TV.
Where is it again?
It's in
Australia?
Australia.
Well, you know what they always say.
Australia,
It's Australia.
Australia, mate.
It's Australia. You come on down to the down under. We're gonna have a great old time.
In December.
We're gonna eat something made in December.
December.
Wait. There you go.
there's
You
a-
nailed it. December.
There's a funny
December.
Outback Steakhouse commercial where it's like, in spring, wait, and he's like,
It's a
and
terrible
winter,
commercial.
Yeah, like
he's like, and winter is in the early months, not in December. That's what he says.
okay. Don't say that again.
True or not true? I'm gonna go whatever the opposite of what he says.
I'm gonna go false. I'm wrong.
I'm gonna go true.
Who
It
is?
is fake.
It's fake.
Ah!
I blew it.
No.
No, you won it.
it.
I won it.
You said that was fake.
We are the champions.
Wow. Dan won again. I'm terrible at this game thing.
You won last time.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
What did I
you did.
win?
You
Respect.
won it.
No, the last game we played, I lost.
I didn't. I never respected you until
The
that
last
one.
game we played was
Yeah.
the one at your apartment.
No,
No.
the last game we played was the
Trump.
Donald Trump,
Trump or Kanye, Trump or Mr. Burns.
No.
and
I-
you won.
You won.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, you took my championship away.
you won. I got the belt back.
Good battle. Good battle.
Good battle. Thank you, Jenny from JC Room Blocks. Anything you want to say about your company?
It's awesome. If you're getting married, call me.
Good plug.
JCRoomblocks.com.
Thanks for listening to the Dan and Kody podcast. Remember to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube page. We're now on iTunes, and you can bookmark our website, the Dan and Kody podcast.simplecast.fm. Subscribe, bitch!
Everybody play the tough guy and shit, bro. Right.